Hello guys, it's Teenage DC Fan back with another video. In this video, I will be doing an episode review for Black Lightning, Season 3, Episode 6, The Book of Resistance, Chapter 1. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the episode. And barely clinging on to life, Anissa records a message saying that if she doesn't make it, then her sacrifice means something. She also ends up apologizing to Jennifer for leaving her alone, and that what she was fighting for was worth the risk. But then it does that like 30 hours earlier thing, and the Pierce family is in attendance to a funeral for Tavon, and Lynn says she is proud of Jefferson for not suiting up to avenge Tavon, which upsets both Jefferson and Anissa. As the Pierce family is walking out, Jamila appears and begins disrespectfully asking Jefferson for statements regarding Freeland citizens and Jefferson's public beating. Jefferson answers one and only one question. What would he say to Tavon? Jefferson answers by saying that he is proud of him and that his death would not be in vain. The next day, Lynn gets into an intense argument with Jefferson because he was out the previous night as Black Lightning and attacked a couple of ASA guards. Lynn states Jefferson doesn't treat her as an equal partner as he made that decision by himself, and that he doesn't care about the safety of their family, to which he responds, Agent Odell will not do anything. Elsewhere, Gambi examines Anissa and inquires how she is handling Tavon's death. She figures there's no point in talking, as it won't bring back Tavon, and the test results come in, and he informs Anissa that she'd be dead already if it wasn't for her healing ability, and that now the poison is suppressing her metagene and weakening her by the second. Gambi claims he has encountered a similar poison before, but 10 times stronger. Anissa pleads with Gambi not to inform her parents, of which he gives her 24 hours to inform them herself, and he tells her to go home and rest while he continues to work on an anti-venom to solve her problem. Meanwhile, Henderson is holding a meeting with the Resistance, and he's complaining about how the ASA's news campaign is twisting the truth and making them look bad. Truth Tell is dead, and now they need a new way to get the truth to Freeland. Henderson asks Gina to have her nephew build a radio system that is strong enough for each of all of Freeland, and when questioned who will be the voice of the Resistance, Henderson responds to leave that to him. Back at the ASA, Tobias looks to be back to himself and convinces Lynn that she needs a friend, and that he'd never cross her behind her back like Agent Odell, but rather in her face. After learning that Tobias has his ways of finding information now, such as Black Lightning's previous outing, Lynn agrees to get Tobias a list of the metas currently in the facility and their powers. Jefferson pays Anissa a home visit to check on her and apologize for having her bring Tavon back to Freeland, and he tries to blame Tavon's death on himself, but Anissa puts the burden on her shoulders as it was ultimately her decision and tells Jefferson to leave, and then she just collapses on the floor immediately after he closes the door. So she wakes up to see Grace taking care of her and asking if she's okay. Anissa plays it off by saying she's still just recovering, though Grace can smell death on her because she's good at smelling, I guess. Jennifer uses her powers to break into Brandon's apartment and discovers that he's been looking into her mom. Brandon appears and Jennifer hastily engages him in a fight. As Jennifer blasts him, Brandon summons dirt from the plants near him and repels her attack with both of their hands now glowing with energy. Except one is like, yellowish orange with lightning, and then the other one is just brown for dirt. So, yeah. Agent Odell pays Jefferson a home visit and threatens him by saying he has a team of neurologists ready to give him an examination for breaking their deal. Jefferson states the new deal was over when he was unable to save Tavon, and when he was publicly beaten up. Agent Odell informs him that the deal was to keep Jefferson's family from placing him in the pit, and states Jefferson does not want to make an enemy of him. Jefferson states the same to Agent Odell. Elsewhere, ASA soldiers are driving across the city when instant teleporting into the back of the truck, taking out the soldiers there and gaining entry into the ASA compound. Jamila is summoned to visit Henderson at the police station. He threatens to jail her, and after seeing her resolve, he confesses that that's exactly what he wanted to hear, and that he would like her to be the voice of Freeland and the resistance. Back at the lab, Lynn gathers the files on the metas in the facility, but discards 2 of the files and takes more of the green light drug she has become so dependent on. After some cooling down, Jennifer and Brandon talk with him, revealing that her mother is the only link he has to Dr. Jace, who he wants to put in the ground alongside his mother, who she killed. So Brandon then explains his power to Jennifer by showing her he can manipulate the earth by changing coal into a diamond. And then, meanwhile, Tobias makes a shocking discovery in that the poison is too similar to painkillers. Now, at the lab again, Lynn disables the recording devices in Tobias' cell and gives the files of the metas to him. She calls him a monster, to which Tobias responds he's nothing compared to Agent Odell, and reminds her that Isa is dead, inferring that Agent Odell had something to do with his death. Grace comes home to find Anissa appearing to have a seizure and calls Gamby. Gamby arrives and gives his antidote to Anissa, who then recovers. Gamby leaves Anissa in Grace's care to investigate his painkiller hunch. Then Agent Odell is alerted to Instant being on the compound and heads to confront him. A gunfight ensues, with Agent Odell incurring serious injuries. Black Lightning shows up just in time to save Agent Odell, with Instant teleporting away from the Markovian, who is about to kill Agent Odell. Agent Odell lives long enough to call Black Lightning pathetic for not killing Instant in that moment, and passes away. So Agent Odell is dead. But then Henderson takes Jamila to the Resistance HQ, and she gives the first broadcast to the city. At the Markovian base, the Markovian man Instant teleported away with lays into Instant for teleporting the 2 of them out of the ASA compound before killing Black Lightning. Instant states he was to be paid for getting in and out, not for fighting Black Lightning, and asks for a payment. Upon getting paid, Instant teleports away, with Dr. Jace appearing, stating that Lynn must have figured out a way to stabilize the metas. The Markovian states that as soon as Lynn has the stabilizer, they will take it to stabilize their metas. Gamby visits Khalil's grave, scanning the ground and confirming that Khalil's body is no longer there. Jefferson comes home to Lynn packing, and he questions her, and she complains that he doesn't consider her. So Jefferson points out that she took a job with the ASA without considering him, and she states it's not the same, and walks out to Jefferson's dismay. So I guess they're getting a divorce. There was some big stuff in this episode. Mainly the thing about them breaking up, and then also Agent Odell being dead now, so that's pretty big. But yeah. Overall, wasn't really too invested in the episode. I didn't pay attention too much to it. Because I'm not as interested in this show as I am, like, The Flash or, any of the other shows. But what did you guys think about this? Post your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in my next video, so I bestow all my decent knowledge upon you.